G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So today's video we're going to be going through the team building guide for the new TEQ Piccolo Power Awakened Orange Piccolo. He does transform into both. So let's jump right on into it. So in terms of his details, a ton of teams there. We'll focus on a lot of the 200% in the team building later on. For his links we've got Brainiac, Sword Support, Namekians, Power bestowed by God, Transform, Fierce Battle and Legendary Power, so not the greatest link set. I know we were hoping for a few more sort of Piccolo-centric links, sort of like Gaze of Respect and whatnot, but still, we'll be able to make do with the links that he does have. And because, as I just mentioned, of that wonky link set, we are pretty limited in terms of high-level linking partners. So our top being 4 links, we've got the STR Tapion Minosha, the TEQ Vegito Blue, the AGL Tapion, the STR Piccolo. Now, I'll say right now that this STR Piccolo is going to be his best friend. If you've got him, I'd be running him alongside the Orange Piccolo every chance that you do get. But we've also got the physical Broly Chi Line Limo, as well as also the physical LR Golden Freezer and 17. So dropping down to 3 links, we've got the AGL Krillin and Kid Gohan. Still a pretty solid unit, definitely not one that gets talked about very often. Got the STR Piccolo from the Cooler movie. Now he could be a good option if you don't have um, the other STR Cooler movie Piccolo, the support. His all changing is obviously very good. He can do a lot of damage. He's an AoE, but definitely more focused towards those short form contents. We've got the physical Piccolo, who hopefully will get his EZA during this celebration. Defensive stacker, scouter. What more do we need to say? He could be extremely good. We've got the TEQ Ultimate Gohan, who's still very good. Seems like he'll be relevant forever. We've got the physical Goku and Piccolo, or the Piccolo. Shares 3 links with both of those. So on that Battle of Wits team, that's definitely an option. And then we've also got the AGL Jaco that did come out with the Int ROFs. So really short in terms of linking partner choices. But so we're going to jump into a few more team building guides here. So number 1 team that I generally will take a look at is the Movie Heroes team. I like to use the gods for the lead of this. You could obviously bring the gammas if you do have them, but I think yeah, this would just be pretty effective. So, looking at it, we've got the gods, the STR Piccolo. If you've managed to pull Gohan, bring him as well. You got the TEQ God Goku. He's sort of interchangeable for depending on the enemy that you're versing. If you were going up against, say, a movie boss or pure Saiyan enemy, you're definitely going to bring him. If not, you could bring someone like the TEQ Super Saiyan Goku or another movie heroes unit that would work pretty well as a floater or in slot 1 realistically. Then we've obviously got the Piccolo and Pycon. So my rotations on this team, and as I mentioned, depending on the enemy we are going up against, but it would be the 2 Piccolos together. Orange Piccolo is a crazy slot 1 unit, so there's no issue running him there. And then on the other rotation, I'd run the gods with the TEQ Godku. That would leave for Pycon to float with his support, and then also for the Ultimate Gohan slash Beast Gohan to also be floating. That'll ensure that he does get his super attacks off before he's getting hit, and that'll just really help to shore up his defense, and he can pour in some massive damage there. So I think this will be quite an effective team. Looking at the second team is the Superheroes team. It's pretty similar to what you could potentially build your Movie Heroes team as. You can run either your Piccolo or your Gohan as your leader. Obviously, either gives the buff to superheroes. Then on your rotation piece, I would be running the Gammas as one rotation. Probably would run the Vegeta and Trunks and Gohan as the other rotation, and therefore float the Piccolo and the Pan. You could certainly do that a little differently. There's just not really much in the way of superhero Piccolos, which does limit you running him as a main rotation piece because he's not going to have a great deal of links active. But I think even as a floater, he'll be able to operate extremely well as a defensive option, and he still can put up really good offensive numbers as well there. So the third team build is Piccolo's 170, and that is the Battle of Wits. As I mentioned, we got the STR Piccolo in here, who is always going to be your best friend whenever you are able to bring him on. The Orange Piccolo, as we mentioned, does link pretty well with the Piccolo and Goku, so they're potentially that is your two rotations. Running Orange Piccolo with the SDR Piccolo, and then with Physical Piccolo and Goku. That lets you float Pycon for his support. You got stacking in the Vegito Blue, and then you've also got the dodging and potential heal in the Int Goku and Vegeta that go into Vegito. So I think while there's not a lot of support or kit on this team, I think it still would be a pretty solid option for trying to get difficult content done. The final team build we'll go through is the Fused Fighters team from the Physical Super Saiyan 4s. So with this one, obviously we've got them as the lead. I would, as per usual, be running the STR Piccolo with the TEQ Piccolo, Orange Piccolo, whatever you want to call him. They'll work as a pretty dynamic duo. On your other rotation, you could sort of choose between whether you wanted to run the Gods with the Super Saiyan 4s or whether you'd prefer to run the Gods with maybe the AGL Gogeta. We don't have that Gogeta's details yet for his EZA, but just with the base of his kit, he could be absolutely insane. So definitely worth keeping an eye on that one. But yeah, then you're just going to be floating Gogeta and the other unit that you decide not to run on rotation. A lot of offensive power on this team, so would be sort of really good for those longer events where you're just trying to power through. Sort of like the cooler meta sort of team. So there you go, guys. That is my team building guide for the Orange Piccolo. Let me know which team you are keen to use him on down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.